Okay, well, nobody can hear me. I know you can't hear me. So, hold on. It's not working. See, I'm looking in here. Sound. Sound. Output. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Now? Input. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Now? I hear it now. Do you hear me? Hello? If the viewers can hear me, can you put it in the Q&A? Sunny's here. She's not here. Oh, good. Paula can hear me. Oh, thank you. Okay. So Sunny, can you hear me? Sunny says she can't hear me. She's only seeing the 3-minute video. Okay. Phew, I'm so glad Paula can hear me. And all right, awesome. Can everybody put a little hello in the Q&A? So I'm so relieved. I had a problem with the audio. I don't know what happened, but phew. All right. Ah, yes. Sunny, poor Sunny. She can't, Sunny, I'm gonna, I don't know. Sunny's not hearing it. And now I just lost, let's see. I went into a whole other thing. Let me get out of there. All right. So if Sunny, Sunny is not getting this. Does anybody have a direct connect? Oh, good. Now she's seeing the video, but not what is happening. All right. I'm hoping Kelly will deal with that. All right. Good. Excellent. People are here. All right. So, hi, everybody. We are going to talk about how you guys can use email to totally build your platform. And I don't know how many people here. Hi, Gwen. Gwen, I missed you. I would like to see how many people have watched the free training, because I was going to go over it. I have the slides and I was going to talk through some things. But I would love to know who has done that. So everybody's awesome. Everybody's saying that they've heard this. They can hear me. Good. Can you put in the question area if you just say, yes, I watched it, or no, I didn't, because I won't know which question. I'm sitting here busy deleting the question. So now I wish I could just go click, 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 but it's making me go through 2 steps. Hi, Paula. And okay, Maureen. Hi, Maureen. Thanks for coming, you guys. So, oh, good. Hi, finally. Sunny's here. Hi, Sunny. All right, so you guys, who has watched the free training? And if not, we're going to go into, I'm going to do the slides and tell you a little bit of this live. So can you do that in the questions? Just tell me if you saw it. If you haven't, you watched all 3. Awesome, Cecil. Because I want to talk about what kind of questions you have. What do you want to know? Were you left with any questions? Because I packed a ton into that. The course, of course, has way more. It goes into way more detail. Okay, right. Sunny, that's what I was talking about. If you watch the free training. So if you watch the free training, of course, it goes into how to create, your email list, and it goes into a little bit, touches the surface. But my course, the paid course, how to create your author platform, which is, I remembered this time to put the link there. So that is, that's the course. It has just one module. I'm just going to start by showing you what the course is, and then you guys can ask me questions about the free training or about whatever you want. So here is the course. This is, obviously, I gave you a little taste with the free course, and you saw how overpacked that was. So the first module is From Lackluster to Blockbuster, Your Online Author Presence. It's all about platform. What is it? Who needs it? Why do you need it? When you need to start? Where does it begin? And what you need on your site to start to bulk it up, and how to brand your site. And then module 2 is social media marketing, just meeting new people and making friends. It's really step by step, super easy, you guys. Every module has tiny little chunks to digest. It's little videos, super easy, way shorter than the free training. So what's social media? Where can you find your readers, and what to do once you find them, and what kinds of things you can do. Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Pinterest, it's all in there. And then module 3 is more about email, much deeper. And I show you very cool things, tricks and hacks, and how to create your sign-up forms, and how to put them into your website, and how to upload your freebies and all that stuff, and how to deliver them. Module 4 is great. I don't know another course that has this, but we create a WordPress site, how to choose your domain name, where to register, how to install WordPress. I take you through it step by step with video tutorials, really simple and slow, and all the videos are actually exported as ebooks. So you know how I had those slides? Every single little video is a mini ebook. Every module is a mini ebook. So everything is also an audio tutorial. So you can hear it, you can read it, you can watch it. How to start your blog, what are plugins and appearance, what you should watch for, security issues, and how to auto post things. Then module 5 is how to balance everything, so that you don't get overwhelmed, that you leave time for writing, that you don't fall into that black hole time suck that is otherwise known as Facebook. Having said that, we do have a Facebook group which has weekly, well, I'll tell you this in a second, after I go through the bonuses. So we have the platform toolkit, which has downloadable checklists and blueprints and cheat sheets, and it's all step-by-step action-taking, accountability items. And the social media checklist, which is part of bonus 1, Twitter and LinkedIn checklist, Facebook checklist, all that stuff. And then email checklist. This is really cool. I love this because I did this. And then from what I did to add 729 people to my email list, I put it in this as a blueprint. And I did it in a week. So this is killer. That right there is worth it right there. You can't break the internet tech guide. That's why, made that bonus 2. It's all WordPress security checklist, domain hosting checklist, and a WordPress checklist. And the bonus interview is an interview with Jane Friedman, who's the former publisher of Writer's Digest. We talk about things that are exclusive in this this interview. And then the accountability group and support group. So I just wanted to show you that before we get on. All right, so Gwen, I'm so glad you signed up for MailChimp. That's awesome. So you guys, you have not given me any questions here. What questions do you have? Why don't we start with who has questions about your maybe your opt-in bribe, your magnet? Cecil, there were 3. So I will talk about the opt-in. So I know if people are, say you have a book about, a nonfiction book about, I always use this example, I don't know why, but say you're a plumber and you have a book about how to fix your sink without having to hire a plumber. You would not have your opt-in, your magnet, be about how to write a book about, you know, nonfiction plumbing tips. No, you would give an opt-in that was plumbing tips. So something that your audience really wants. You want to make it really focused and really perfect just for those people. And so if people are coming to your site and they are interested in plumbing tips and interested in your book, what you want to do is create that opt-in magnet that will be perfect for them. You need an opt-in bribe, Sunny, a magnet, right? You have lead pages, but right. And I have actually a bonus, one of the bonus videos that I'm adding to the course in a little bit is how to use lead pages, because I love lead pages. It's awesome. And I have added so many. I'm going to show you lead pages. Let me open them up. You guys, if you want to get it, I'm going to tell you my affiliate link. It's katiedavis.com/lead pages. And I have, whoops, I'm putting in the wrong. I have, oh my God, I cannot tell you how many people have signed up for my mailing list because of lead pages. They're really amazing. I'm going to show you some of the things that lead pages has done for me. Here is, look at this. See this one? 1,047 people looked at that page. 630 people opted in. That's a 61% conversion rate. That's amazing. And let's see, this is a new thank you page. I added this new thank you page. And we'll show you this. Let's make sure that you're still following it. This is my new thank you page because so many people didn't know what whitelisting was. I got a lot of questions on that. And now this shows people. This is a lead page too. I show people how to whitelist my, so they get here as a thank you. But let's go back to this. So, for example, I have one. Some of them I haven't published yet, so they aren't, they're not a lead page. Let's see. This one, 3,594 people. That was a thank you page. That's how many people went to that page just from a thank you. I could have put something on there that was saying thank you for something else, saying thank you to people for getting my course. And then once they had that, I could also say, hey, did you know that I'm having a webinar on so-and-so? And then they would come to the webinar. So it's a really, really great thing. They also have the ability, what you do is to deliver your magnet. So instead of having to use Amazon Web Services, you can just use lead pages, sorry. The other thing is, you know how I was putting out for a while the ability to text me? A lot of people used it at first and then they stopped, but you can text me and get on the list for the free training. So if you didn't take my free training, you can by going to text me at 33444 and then put in the word Katie D. Sorry, that's the train that goes by every once in a while. So 33444, text that number, and then put in the word KDD or KDD, but KDD. So Shannon has a question. Once you have an email list, what is the best thing to do with it starting out? Shannon, I definitely go through that in the course, in right that link right there. And I'm also going to be going over tons in the bonus, which is 4 implementation sessions with me. And I never give that away. So, but one thing you can do, you start to give out really great content, really valuable links, resources, share the love, be generous, reciprocate to other writers, do book reviews, give away tons and tons of great information. Because what that does, it makes your peeps really appreciate what you're giving. And the reason I called the course How to Create Your Author Platform and Market Your Books Without Being Pushy is because when I put out my survey and I asked people, what do you want to know about promoting your books? A lot of people had the concern about being too pushy. So I wanted to make sure that people understood that when you have this email list, you aren't going to be pushy if you are providing, if you're providing tons of great content and you're providing actionable information to your subscribers. They're going to be appreciative. They're not going to be angry, right? They're not going to feel like you're pushing things on them. I actually have received emails from places I've signed up that is just pushing things on me. And what does that do to me? It makes me mad and it makes me resentful and I opt out. And because I know I'm not for them. So you provide all this great information, and then when it's time and you have something like a new book coming out, or like me, for years I have had great information. I have this free training, and yes, I now have a course. So I'm selling the course, and this course has way more than the free training had. And of course it does. I mean, I wouldn't charge for it if it didn't have way more, right? I mean, it would be kind of silly. But I wanted to still give lots of free content because it's what I do. And you do that in your email list too. And yeah, it does take work. A lot of people are like, why do you give so much away? Because I know what it's like. You know, I know what it's like not to have enough money to buy stuff. And I know, but now I created my platform and I am earning a living as a writer. Okay, I don't work full time for someone. I earn my living as a writer. And if people want to do that, then they need to have a platform. And I was just reading, I don't know if you saw my blog post recently about somebody else, this woman, great writer, had this this post that went viral about how just shut up and stop self-promoting. And yes, self-promoting, I don't even like the expression, because self-promoting just by definition sounds like you're just talking about yourself. And that is not cool. And it's boring. You'll bore yourself after a while. So once you are helping other people and promoting other people and giving all this great stuff, people will feel much more likely to tune in and come to you and ask you for your expertise and want to know what you have to offer. And so, but this person said you cannot establish your platform anymore because it's 2015 and it's too late, and you had to have a time machine in order to, so of course I started reading because it talked about time machines, but you had to have this time machine in order to create a platform by starting your blog back in 2004, which I completely disagree with, because you need a platform. You have to have a platform to be able to compete in this market if you want to be a full-time writer, if you want to even just sell your books, because there's 1.3 million books sold, published every year. I wish they were sold every year. But so that's what you do to start out. And there's more in the course, tons more. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Next question. So, oh, Sunny, yes, you asked. So, you know, I could show you in the implementation session. I'm going to be going into that deeper in there. But right now, we don't really have time to do that. But that's a little bit. If you go into your account, you can upload your lead magnet, and also they have. It depends on what level you're at in Lead Pages, but they have regular sessions that you can listen to, and they have also Conversion Cast is a really good podcast that will help you get more conversions. So there's no more questions, you guys, and there's 28 people here. So come on, I know you guys have questions. This see that says Q and A. I can't do the A without the Q. So what you got? What you got for me? I'm here alone in my office. There's nobody here, and as you can see when my glasses do this, there's lights on me, and it's hot. So come on. I'm talking to myself. That's what it feels like, because there's no pictures of anybody. And there's my drawing right there on that calendar. And there's a painting there. Here, I'll show you. See that painting? I did that painting. You wouldn't know. Those are both my art. I'm stalling here, can you tell? That's the first oil painting I ever did. So come on, I'm stalling here. La 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 la. Oh, thank you. There we go. Sunny. Design advice, or is the brand yourself part of the training? Yeah, there is branding advice in there. But guess what? If you're all on my list, and if you're not, you should get on my list, because I am about to put out something so fun. I have flash training, like 3-minute or less videos, and it's going to be awesome. So there's some very cool things in there. But design advice is in the flash trainings coming your way today. If you're on my list, you're going to get I think, Kelly, text me, Kelly. Is it today we're putting that out? In the flash training? Did we put that in the email to remind them? I can't remember. You can go, Sunny, to 99designs.com, and there's plenty of designers there. They can brand you. You can go to a higher level and hire a designer. You can also go to something as cheap as Fiverr, but you get what you pay for. And if you're branding, then that's kind of important. So there is design advice, but it's not all about branding in the course. And by the way, it's you get total refund, 30-day money back guarantee. You don't even have to, say anything. You just say, I want my money back. And we just click a button and you get your money back. So there's no risk. Okay, let's see. How often do you send content to your email list? It depends on who your peeps are. Depends on your list. So when I first started, I was scared to send it too often. This week I've been I've been emailing way more than I normally do, because I'm closing the cart on Sunday. The course will not be available after Sunday. That's it. I'm closing it, because I only can take so many students, because I want to be able to pay attention to everybody. And I want to give everybody my undivided attention, each person, and in the Facebook group, and I'll be able to answer questions. And when we do the implementation sessions, I want to be able to answer everybody and really be able to do site critiques and, whatever people's problems are, there are going to be issues with people, and I want to be able to really pay attention and help. I don't want there to be, 1,000 people in there and I can't, really be of any use. I want those bonuses to be really of value. So why did I start talking about that? Anyway, how often? Oh, because I was, right. So I was emailing everybody quite often this week, and I still will be, because I'm trying to get people to understand that this thing has a finite ending. And so what I normally do is very much more rarely. Like my newsletter would go out once every 3 weeks. And then if I had an announcement, like to tell somebody that there was a signing or there was a big event or a festival or something that I thought people would be interested in, then I would have room in between there to send that out and not bug anybody. However, it depends on what I am trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish. And it also depends, again, on your people and what you set them up for. So if you have, when they sign up, if you explain to them, look, this is an email list that will come to you every day with a 1-sentence tip of the day or a new word of the day, then that's different. You're training your people to expect that email. Or if you say, this is an email that will come once a month, you can write all those in one sitting and set them up so that they go out once a month and you're done for the year. I mean, come on, you can do that. And you can actually grow your list without doing anything else. So, I mean, you'll have to create your opt-ins and stuff like that, but I mean, you won't have to write your newsletter. I used to do it every month. I didn't even know about that evergreen stuff. So, you know, it just depends. I mean, there are online marketers who are just barraging people, and it's like, I can't stand it. I wouldn't do that. Maureen is asking, how do you gear your content in email when you write for kids? Do you have to aim for two audiences, decision makers, parents and librarians, and to the readers themselves? Well, excuse me. I don't try to get kids on my email list because I don't want them on my list. They're not usually the people who buy books. Usually the people who buy the books are the parents or the librarians or the teachers. It depends on who you are targeting and why. So if you want, it also depends on how old the kids are. If you're talking about teenagers, teens buy books. So, and they take books out of the library, and that's important too. So if you are targeting teens, then talk to teens. If you're talking about little kids, little kids can't really usually sign up for newsletters, and they don't usually do that. I've never heard of kids signing up for newsletter. I know my kids wouldn't. So I wouldn't target them, and I would not probably, I don't think I would target the readers depending on their age and their interests. However, having said that, you can include things for them, but target the caretakers. So if you had, for example, like my client, I was the marketing consultant to Kidlit TV, and I suggested a Kidlit TV brain package. What did I call it? A brain, I can't remember now. And I had created this package for teachers and librarians and parents and caregivers, and full of activities so that they could download it and then they could receive something every week. So something like that is a really great idea, because when you have something new every week to be downloaded, you get new people and they get very involved in your list. And so that is a very good way to build the list. Okay, let's see. We have, you're welcome, Shannon. Sorry to see you go. Okay, no more questions? I know we have 27 people here. So do you have any more questions? We have, I'll tell you this about the course. We have we just, after a lot of people were asking for it, we have a payment plan. So you can pay in 4 installments if you want. So that's pretty cool. And what else? Anything else, you guys? We've only been up for half an hour, and I know we got the viewers up here. Who are you guys? Come on. I can't see you. I can't stand that. You can see me, and I can't see you. So what would you like to know? Are you guys all on WordPress? I would like to know. Would you tell me, are you on WordPress? Okay, Maureen, oh, so teens, yeah. And I go into, in the course, I go into where you can find those teens and how to approach them. And because you want to be careful with kids. You don't want to be like the creepy older person approaching kids. You know, you want to attract them to follow you. You don't want to go and follow them, you know. Cecil says, I'm so disturbingly multi-talented. Can somebody ordinary like you can actually make use of this stuff success? You can, absolutely. There's no reason. I'm not disturbingly multi-talented. I'm disturbed, but I'm hyper. That's the problem. I'm hyper. And I wish that I could only do one thing. I really think that anybody can do this. And that's why I created this course, because I fully believe that anyone can do it. And it's step by step. And it's very simple. And in fact, I had beta testers go through it to make sure. And, you know, because you have the curse of knowledge. Have you ever heard of that? The curse of knowledge is when you know more and you forget what it's like to be a beginner. And so you talk like this, and the people down here who haven't gotten up to this point yet don't know what you're talking about, because you're like, well, but the opt-in magnet, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, wait, what's an opt-in magnet? What's a magnet? What are you talking about? What's an email list? So I wanted to make sure that I didn't pour my curse of knowledge all over the place on this course. I wanted to make it for beginners. And what I did was, with the 1,972 questions that I received from people with my survey, with my 1-question survey, I took all those questions, and those are the questions I answered and put in the course. So I know that it's going to help people like you, Cecil, and I'm fully confident. It's jam-packed. The very first thing, Sunny, to put up once you have your domain name and have WordPress installed, I would take down another great WordPress site, which is the Subhead. Now I go through that. And I would also put in some security, and I go through that. And I provide all the documentation on how to do that. So it's all in there. I'm telling you. It's jam-packed. This thing that's module 4 is jam-packed. Deborah asks a very good question. She says, sorry, but did you mention good sources for email lists? Now, I would like you to clarify that a little bit. Are you saying where to find a good email list to sell to or something? Because you cannot acquire, I mean, you can rent an email list, but that's no good. You want people who choose to be on your email list. You do not want to add people to your email list willy-nilly, hither, nither, whatever. You want people to choose to be on it because of what you are offering. Because you're creating a community. I mean, I love the people on my list. I recognize their names. I mean, like, did you see how I reacted to Gwen? I love Gwen, okay? I mean, and I haven't seen her in so long. And see her little face right there and her name, you know, I'm like so happy to see her. Like, there's people in my community, I know them. I mean, I don't know them. Like, if I saw her walking the street, I would recognize her. But I don't know if she has a dog or a cat, but I know her voice, and I know her laugh. And I know she works for a boss who loves paper. And I know she learned how to make videos, and she's a kick booty girl. But this is what you're doing. You're creating community. You're creating a relationship with people. And that's an amazing thing. So that's important. So you don't want to just grab a list, and then I go into great detail, but simple. It's not overwhelming. And Deborah, how you set up an email list, it's in the course. And I don't mean to be a jerk, but you can go to the free training. A lot of it's in there. It's huge. In fact, my brother was like, why did you put everything in that free course? Nobody's going to want to buy your course. You have everything in there. I said, you know what? I don't. I don't have everything in there. She's like, well, it sure seems like it. But you can learn a lot in there, Deborah. And go take the free course do the free training. But if you really want to get into really learning how to do it and have it really help your platform, this course right here. That's what you need. Nikki says, is there a secret I can share to cross-promote between genres, or should we build separate platforms, picture books and YA? I don't think that there's a secret. I think you just be you, and you have one website that's you, and you have different tabs on your website. You have your children's books, and you have your YA, and it's okay to do that. It's, the kids, the little kids are not going to be coming in there and looking. It's the adults, again, it's the buyers that you're appealing to. So I don't have a problem with that. You're a writer. Writers write, right? And so that's what we do. And so that's why you need the platform, because you write and you need to be able to put all that out there. And so you can put a web page up, and that's why I like lead pages too. So you can put a page up and you can have information about your children's books. And I also suggest, I suggest this in the course, and I suggest this, I'm telling you right now, that you should have a URL, a domain for each of your titles, and have it either have stuff on there. And I give lots of examples in the course of great examples of how people have done this, a site or a page for each book. Elizabeth, I decided to use Wix because it's really easy. Yep, I'm a little worried that everyone says WordPress. Have I made a mistake? Yes, I think you have. I'm sorry to tell you that, and I know it's horrible. I'm sure your stomach just went, but WordPress is the thing. And I know a lot of people argue with me, and Marcy Colleen, whom I adore and love, will say, I love my site, and I know she did it on Wix, and I know a lot of people have done it, but first of all, Google loves WordPress. And by the way, we talk about this in the bonus interview. And get a WordPress site. We go through it in Module 4. It really, I know it's easy, but WordPress is super easy once you know how to do it. It's not hard, and I show you the way to do it. It's really not hard. I promise. It's very important to be on a platform. If you think about it, why would all the most gigantic businesses use WordPress? Google loves it. That's really important. You'll be found more. All the plugins go for Google. There's just so many reasons why you want to be on WordPress. And as you know, you've heard everyone says WordPress. So yeah, you can keep it up. Keep up your site. You can have it forward to your WordPress site. But yeah, WordPress. And it's easy to install into your domain. I have a whole little video tutorial on how you just watch how to do it. Super easy. Okay, let's see, I answered that. I'm on WordPress. Gwen's saying, so I have my sites. I'll be making mobile education apps. Ooh, smell you for kids, some digital books. Good job, Gwen, you're ahead of me. Do you think building a list for that market is different than for authors? Yeah, I do. You'll be making mobile educational apps for kids, so you will be, well, when you say building a list for that market is different than authors, there are ways to have more than one list within your email server. So depending, like if you're using Aweber, then you can have a list that's called apps. You can have a list that's called authors. You can have a list that's called librarians. And if you want, you can use katiedavis.com/Aweber. That is an affiliate link. And they send me a special genie that grants me 3 wishes if you use my link. Not only kidding, I get a referral fee. But but I love Aweber, and I highly recommend it. And it's great because you can keep the different lists. And so if you want to send something out to your people on the apps list, you can only send it to them. Or if you want to send it to people who are only your author people, you can do that. Like I started getting a lot of people who were not just children's writers, because I started out just as a children's writer, and then I wrote my marketing book, and then I started getting more and more people who were writing for adults. So I started keeping a list for adult writers and people who were writing for kids. So that was really, really convenient. So yeah, I do think that's different. And you will have different opt-ins. Like for people who are writing for kids, you might have the top 7 reasons you want to do something writing for kids, the top whatever. I'm so bad at thinking of that. I'm so good at brainstorming on cue, but I'm so bad at thinking those kind of things on cue. And then you, for apps, the top 7 things you don't want to forget to put in your app. There, that's a good one for an opt-in. So, or here's the top 10 mistakes every children's author makes. There, that's a good one. Like that kind of thing. So those are 2 different opt-ins that would not cross over well. Okay. The next question. Now you guys are cooking with the questions. Naomi says, hi, Naomi, welcome. I'm a newbie with this. Everybody starts somewhere. Are the people you are emailing people who bought your book and or other people, or wait, let me start that again. Are the people you are emailing people who bought your book and or other writers? Wouldn't this affect what you emailed them? Yes, and that's why it's cool. That's why in Aweber it's cool to have those two different lists. They are, the people you're emailing would be people who opted into your email list. So they may have opted in if you're a self-published or indie writer and you had an email address inside your book, or even if you're traditionally published, now maybe your publisher let you put your email address in there, or your opt-in, you would want a link in there to lead to your lead page so that people could opt in there. And then you could have a tag, or you could have a specific list that they are opting into, and you would know where they came from because they were coming and opting into that specific list. So if your book is called, you know, ABCs, and then they opted in, they would opt in only to the ABCs list, and you would know those people came from that book that you have called ABCs. And if you had a book called, you know, Every Teacher's Guide, and you had a link in there, anybody who clicked that would get to your list for teachers, and you'd know how many people were clicking that. So I hope that answers your question. And then you would email those people different things to those 2 lists. And Deborah, how do you set up an email list? That, again, that is an involved question that I couldn't answer on this Hangout, and it involves visuals, and I have that in the course too. And it's in the free course, in the free training, or you can see more detailed and more information in how to create your author platform. Oh, and you know what? Anybody who gets the course during this Hangout, I will give you a 30-minute consult free. Ding, ding, ding. Bonus. Sorry, but did you mention good sources for email? Oh, I answered that. Naomi has to go to school to pick up her kids. She's leaving. Good, RJ. I'm glad you're on WordPress. Awesome. And Paula she said goodbye already. Okay, WordPress, excellent. I think I answered all the other people. Excellent. That's all the questions. So if you guys want to get me for a half an hour one-on-one by yourself, I am offering that as a bonus for being here if you get the course now while we're here. Do you guys have any other questions while we're here? You have to get over to howtocreateyourauthorplatform.com before I stop speaking. There's no more questions. I just cleaned up the whole side. And also the flash training was in the reminder for this hangout. If you got that email, if you're on my email list, which you probably are if you know about this. Oh no, I also announced this on Google+. So if you're not on my email list and you want to know about the flash training, the secret flash training, then you need to get on the list. And you can get there by going to katiedavis.com/free training. Sunny, yes, you're not published. You should absolutely be doing an author platform now, because that will prepare you for when your book comes out. And it takes a while. It's not, you know, it's hard because people want instant results. I am such an impatient person. It's very hard to wait for anything. And so it's hard, you know, it takes some effort. And that's why I'm offering such an awesome bonus. But it's very important to build it now, because it takes a while. You know, you're making friends, you're meeting people, you're creating relationships. It takes time to create relationships. It's not like, be my friend. You know, that doesn't work, right? And you have to be real about it. You can't, and it takes, there's a learning curve also. So, you know, you'll make mistakes and things will happen and you'll do things over again, and, you know, you'll find your way, and the course will leapfrog you over tons and tons of learning curve time. And so, the link in the questions. Kelly, can you put the link in the questions? The link is on the screen too, howtocreateyourauthorplatform.com. And I can't, I can put it in the chat, but I don't think people can. It's howtocreateyourauthorplatform.com. I don't know if you can put it in the, yeah, Sunny, I know, I'm not. Oh, the free training, or yeah, howtocreateyourauthorplatform.com. Can you guys see the questions? I'm not sure if you can. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one who can see it or not, but okay. Anyway, so it's very it's hard to have the patience, but it does take time, and that's why I, in particular, say for people who are new and getting started, it's very important to start now, and it's really smart to start now because of the time it takes to establish relationships and learn all this stuff. Yes, Cecil, Kelly put the link above. I don't know which one you want. Howtocreateyourauthorplatform.com is like 2 above your question, and the free training is 1 above your question. I think you already did the free training, so howtocreateyourauthorplatform.com is 2 above. So yeah, Sunny, I could really help you. There's so much to learn, but it's cool because, you know, that's why I wanted to include a lot in the free training, but I wanted to also include even more in the course. You know, people need the help. And now there are, like, you know, this is like school where there's like the kids in the front going, oh, 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 pick me. And like the kids in the back are not saying anything. And I see all you kids in the back. You're not saying anything. There's 22 people here, and like 4 people are saying stuff. So come on, you kids in the back. I know you have questions. Do you want to ask me why my hair is so frizzy? Is it? How about that? Okay, good. Thank you for telling me that you see the questions. Okay, anybody? Bueller? Nothing? Nobody? No? Okay. I'm awkward silence. Oh, Cecil says he got it. Let's see. Should be getting a thing on my PayPal. Cecil's gonna have me to himself. Where's? I don't even know where that is. I'll see it. Awesome, Cecil. Sonny says, remind me what we have being here today. Thanks for a payment plan. It's my only option. Well, good. I'm glad we did it. You know, I wanted to help. I got a lot of people asking me for that. So if it helps, I'm really happy to do that. So you know, I still would give you the, you know, you can still get the offer of me one-on-one if you do still do the payment plan. So you're welcome. Cindy says, yay, I got it. Cindy says something. I've just started building my platforms, but so far it is made of all fellow writers and friends. When I publish my children's books, I'll want parents, teachers, etc. How do I reach out to them now? That's a really good question. You go, first of all, again, email. I love it. And you start offering things that those people will want. What will help them? You know, people like to get stuff to make their lives easier. So like I was saying before with Kidlit TV, I was saying offer something that teachers would like. So activities, downloadable activities that teachers can use in the classroom, and doing that once a week. And then letting them know on like teacherspayteachers.com. Start putting free things out there. Teachers don't have big budgets. So offer things like that. Offer free readings, free Skype visits for the classroom. And then say, if you want to opt in, I can offer this, things like that. Sunny says, wow, one-on-one with me. That's a big value. Thank you. Make me feel so wanted. So it's, you know, it's very, it's just go, you need to go where they are and offer them something irresistible, right? Irresistible. So go to, there's a lot of like tweet chats where teachers go. You don't want to go in, and again, I don't like to do the pushy method. And I fear somebody saying, you know, oh, well, you're being pushy, you know, like that's the worst, right? So that's why I always give so much. I mean, 98% of my business is free stuff. And then the 2% is, you know, helps me subsidize my writing. And I can do writing full-time. My writing pays my bills. And I do courses for writers to help support the writers and to help support the writing. So it's all about going to where your peeps are. So if your peeps are on a tweet chat for tech teachers, go there and say, hey, I've got the top apps for teachers list. Make them sign in for it. You know, that because you're doing something for them. You're not just saying, oh, it's not just a one-sided thing. You're giving them something of value, and they're giving you their email address. And by the way, some people will opt out. Some people will just get the freebie and then opt out of your list. You don't want them anyway. It's okay. Okay, let's see. And by the way, a lot of those children's writers are also teachers. Betcha. Maureen, did you see, if you're still watching, Kelly said something to you in the questions that your payment plan came through, but if you're still having problems, you can email me, email Kelly at support@katiedavis.com, and Kelly will help you because Kelly is awesome. She's the VP of Awesomeness. That's her official title. And as I like to say, TGFK, thank God for Kelly. Jean asked, you said you like Aweber. Is MailChimp a similar service? Why do I prefer Aweber? Yes, MailChimp is also a similar service, and some people prefer MailChimp. I had MailChimp. I did not prefer it. I've heard things. I don't know if they're true. I've read articles. My personal preference and my experience was that I did not like them. I found them complicated. I went into Aweber, and once I learned Aweber, I found it way better, more professional. I like the fact that you can do different things, but there are people who like, you know, it's up to you. They're all pretty good. I've also read varying reports that MailChimp becomes more expensive as you grow, which is interesting because they give that 2,000 people free thing, but if you're following my methods, you're going to grow pretty fast, and then, you know, you're going to grow, and it's very hard to switch, and I've done it twice. It's very hard to switch your email list over to a new company. So do your research. I like Aweber, and so that's what I used that for years. It kind of seems like buying the course is giving back to you for all you give to us. Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. That is really a generous thing to say. I really appreciate it. Cindy, do I need to build a website before I can start building my platform and collecting my email list? Boom! Yes! Thank you. That's why I put it in the course. It was such a hard module to build. It really was. It was my least favorite because I had to make it very, very step-by-step and clear and easy. But yes, and Kelly was like, Katie, you have to put in how to build your website. I was like, I don't want to, but I did it. And it's there for you guys. And that's exactly right. I'm going to start crying because you asked that question. I'm so happy you asked that question. Yeah, you have to have a website. And that's how you where you put your email list. You put it in there. And yep, perfect question. Beautiful, Cindy. I love you for that. Okay. Let's see. Maureen says she's going to email. So Maureen, yeah, you got me, baby. You got me. Jean asks, you said, oh, no, I already answered that. Ooh, we got some people. We got some new students. Wait till you see the Facebook group. Facebook's group is going to rock your socks because we're gonna have accountability days. Do you know, I'm in a mastermind group, and I don't know if you guys know what a mastermind group is. A lot of people who are starting to come up. I didn't know what it was until I knew what it was. But anyway, mastermind group is when you get a bunch of people together, either in person or often online like this. My mastermind group meets on Google Hangouts, and we're all in different states. And we come and we have accountability and we brainstorm, and that's what this Facebook group is going to be like. It's not just going to be people going like, oh, Sharon, look like me, la la la. No, we're going to have accountability days. What is your goal for the week? Accomplish the goal, get it done. You're going to build this platform. You're going to get this stuff done. Where are you having problems? We're going to do that. So it's going to be very cool. Cindy, sorry I wasn't talking earlier. I just barely found the place to type in the question. Google Hangouts doesn't make it easy, do they? There are lots of others who are having the same problem because they're posting in a different place. Oh, no. Oh, Kelly, can you go see if they're posting there, if you can see it, so that we can see if they have questions? Holy macaroni. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Shoot, we should have had a hotline. Dang. The offer, I'm reminding, the offer comes down May 3rd. You are going to, yeah, you're going to need to get that by May 3rd. And it's not a false alarm. It's serious. May 3rd, 9 p.m., gone. If you go in on May 3rd at 9:01 ET p.m., you will be forwarded to a thing that says it's closed. So if I were you, I'd do it before you miss that. So yeah, I know there's a lag. Kelly was just reminding me there is a lag. So, all right. So let's see. Maureen, trouble with claimant option, just FYI, I would try to see if I'm doing something wrong. Okay, so Kelly is going to help you with that. So Sunny, I'm not going to remind you at the time. I don't know what you meant. You said remind me, like my husband says, remind me in the morning to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm telling you now. Write it down. Put an alarm in your calendar. But I'm reminding you now, the offer comes down May 3rd at 9 p.m. That's Sunday. Okay. And by the way, you don't need to do the free training first. That's not necessary. You can do it first. Okay, Cecil, you rock. All right. And Cecil, you know, you say you got to make lunch for your son, and that picture is not you, dude. That's okay. I addressed that in the course. I'm so glad that you used FDR's picture, because I talk about that in the course. Okay, so I'm really glad you guys are coming on board. We've got new students. This is awesome. Cindy says, I realize email list is probably the best thing I can do, but what about Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, etc.? Should I be spending some time building there? How important are followers? Is this where I can focus until I do get my website built? Hold on, it's so hot in here. I have to open the window. One second. I have all these lights on me, and I was ready to explode. Yes, they're great, and I talk about that in the course too. Surprise! But you have to realize that you don't own Facebook. You know, Mr. Zuckerberg could go, you know what? I'm going to start charging you $10 every time you get a like. What if he did that? You know, already he did the Reach-A-Geddon thing, right? Reach-A-Geddon, if you haven't heard about it, it's he caused your reach to explode in a bad way, and implode, I should say, because it used to be, you know, we worked so hard to get all those likes, and now only like 3% of the people, when you post something, are getting anything that you post. So I don't really know. I made that up, that percentage, by the way. I think I forget things, but it's something very small, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So all these people are really mad about that. So you never know how things are going to change on a site, a platform that you don't own, right? So now you have an email list, which of course is on a website, right? But I addressed that in the course too. But you can download and you should be backing up things. So it's something that you own, that list. You own that list, and that's yours. But you don't own Twitter. You don't own the platform there. So you can encourage people on those places to sign up for your list. But other than that, it's you know, it's wise to. I just think, yes, all those things are very important. I love those things, and I'm on them all the time. But and Instagram and Pinterest and everything. But it's very, very important to have your list. The list. They say the money is in the list. And they mean figuratively, I think, as well as literally. Sonny says, I think your next book could be about time management. I wonder how to get all this done. I have that in the course. So much going on, I get scattered and overwhelmed. I know. I have that in the course, Sonny. I have that. That's module 5, balance, so your head doesn't explode. I actually called it that. Oh, yes, Sonny got it. Yay, high five. Awesome. You forgot about PayPal credit. It's awesome. PayPal credit's great. 6 months. 6 months you got. Wow. She recommends it. It's helped her pay for things in the past. That's fantastic. So we got a new student. Yay, off to teach school. Bye, Elizabeth. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate your time. Yes, and the free training goes away May 3rd too, by the way. Thanks for reminding me, Kelly. Cindy says, I realize, oh, I just said that. These questions are weird. They like move around, and I thought they were going in the other direction. Maureen, I swear I'm deleting these things. Okay, I'm going to delete that again. I can take more questions. Still got 23 people here. Come on, you guys, bring it on. I don't have to leave for New York for another couple of hours. Huh? Crickets? No? You get me for half an hour as a bonus to buy this now. So that would be good, right? I'm not offering that in any, on the site. Once I leave here and then you go buy it, you don't get me one-on-one. But you do get the implementation sessions. That's in the VIP launch. Because this is the first time I've ever had it available. Oh, Cindy, is there a basic format for what absolutely needs to be included in a personal website? Guess what, Cindy? It's in the course. Besides the opt-in form, of course, it's in the course. Yeah, I mean, and I couldn't even tell you. There's a whole bunch of things. You should have an about page, and I talk about what should be on the about page in the course. You should have your books page. You should have. I'm bad about this if I'm caught off guard. And my site is not typical because I'm helping writers now. So I don't have it as my author page as much. I mean, as an author site as much as I do as a marketing thing. Hold on, I'm sorry. But you could do, I mean, if you're not going to take the course, go to a bunch of, Google a bunch of author sites and look at them and see some really good ones and see what you see. Like, oh, an appearances page you should have. You should have a calendar. You can have a calendar on your site. So there is, oh, and definitely have contact, how to contact you. That's important. Okay. And definitely have your social media contacts. That's very important. And we have a compliment for Kelly that she is fabulous. She is. And she must have taken Katie's time management course. She's good on her own, believe me. Since I believe you are also the 12 by 12 tech guru. Yes, she is. And any more questions? No more new questions, guys? I'm going to take a picture of Sunny's compliment about my course. I think that is so nice. So 22 people do not have a question. Here we go. Kelly's reminding me. Homepage, blog page, about page, books page, appearances page, contact page. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, that is it. So it's so awkward when I'm sitting here going, questions? You guys have any questions? All right. Is that it? Are we out of here? Nobody else? And in the also in the course, find out how to where you're going to put the your opt-in, your magnet. Ooh, I love all the bonuses too. All right. Do 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 do. I'm imagining all these people are like on their Facebook going, "Oh wait, what'd she say? Is she leaving? Oh shoot, wait." All right. If I see one more question in another couple of seconds, I'll stay. But if you guys are done, I don't want to keep you. I could go. I just put up a different, how do you get people to your web page to sign up? The opt-in is a very good thing. That's why it's called an ethical bribe, RJ. To have something that's really great, and I go into this in the course too. Sorry to hammer on you, but it's a good course. That's why it's called a magnet, because it brings them to your website. So, as I said before, if you have, for example, if you're trying to bring teachers to your website, or if you are that plumber who wrote how to, if you're trying to appeal to single moms who can't fix their sink, put how to fix your sink without the help of a man, or something like that. And you have all the ways to do that. And you put it into all the, the parenting blogs and the, tweet chats and the Facebook groups and all that, and say, I just want to let you know I have this great ebook or this great one sheet or anything like that. That's what I'm just talking about, Cindy. So, all those kinds of things are great. And you put up a lead page, whether it's with the company lead pages or you create one, you have people opt in, or just your opt-in. And you put that opt-in not just on the upper right-hand side of your site and on every single page, but you also can put it in between blog posts and at the end and in a link. It doesn't have to just be filling out a form. And then there are nuances to that. So you don't want to have them do first name, last name, and your address. Some people say just the address, the email address. I like just first name and email address. I don't need people's last names. Now I'm starting to do first name, last name. In certain circumstances, I might do town if I'm going to be having a signing or an event in some towns. But there are a lot of nuances to it. There are it starts out being, you could just do a broad explanation of it, and then you can dig down and you can start to really drill down into there's so much to it. It's really cool because there's so much that you can do to create this community and help your community. That's another reason why I love an email list, because you can really help people. You can really pay it forward. I get emails from people and I answer them myself, and I make sure to say, this is really me. This is not an autoresponder. Oh, Gwen, you get in the course. She says, you give us a lot. I see you in the course. I love Gwen. I remember Gwen saying her boss was he's all paper. Remember that, Gwen? That was hysterical. Anyway, so this is, and so Sunny's saying, you have to know this is me taking a huge leap out of my current self-employment focus into this new writing ocean. Excited by your enthusiasm too. Sunny, I'm so, at the risk of being patronizing or matronizing, I'm so proud of you for doing that, because it's really hard. I just made a video, which I have to remake because I look terrible. Not looks wise, but I look like I'm worried in it. But I am so, it's scary, it's scary taking the leap. It's scary, going forward, and it's scary trying to succeed, and that's awesome that you're doing that. It's really awesome. You can guest post, but I wasn't talking about guest posting. And also you can have, when you guest post, you can have links. And the other cool thing about lead pages is that you can have links that pop up. And so if you say, if you're interested in getting my free top tips for fixing your sink for single women, click here. And always give that CTA, that call to action. It's a CTA, because people need to be told to do it. Like, click here. I'm not telling you that, but go to this link, that kind of thing, because people won't if you don't ask them. Like on my podcast, I'll say, please go review my podcast, or please click the button under, or whatever. Tell them to do it, because they need to be asked. People don't think of it. It's not like they're dumb or they're mean or they're, forgetful. It's just that they just, people are so busy. Everybody's busy and inundated. So, but guest posting is great. In fact, I keep thinking maybe doing a series or something like that. But you can make a list. In fact, I think this would be a really good subject for one of the implementation series, of doing a list of ideas on how to get yourself out there. Maybe one of the implementation days in the Facebook group. Cindy says, a magnet or bribe only works if people see it. How can I increase visibility online? Facebook tab on your Facebook page. Talk about it. You have a 3D cover, which I teach how to create that in the course also. And you put it on your site. You can make videos. You can you can have Google Hangouts. This is what creating a platform is about. You create your platform that gives you a place from which to spread your word. And that's why it's so important to have a platform, because you start to get the word out that way and people connect to you. And it's very, very, very important because it's a ripple effect and it's exponential. And it really is exponential. So on Twitter, you put it underneath go look on my Twitter page. Underneath my bio, it says there's a link. You can get something from me. All over the place. There's always a link. I have a link everywhere. It's like getting something from me. People are adding to my list all the time. Last year, I increased my list by 261%. That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot. Let's see. RJ, I hear you have a course. Oh, did I mention the course? It's hysterical. You don't know. I have been so sick this last week. I'm like a little loopy. So you guys, Cindy, why do you keep saying web traffic? Oh, and SEO. SEO, search engine optimization. That's another thing. And that's another reason why you want to be on WordPress, because you can optimize your site. All right, we still have 20 people here. Okay, come on, you 20 people. Who are you? Let me see you. Show yourselves. RJ, that was hysterical. Arthur Slade, hi, Art. Oh, my buddy Art. I've known him for like 20 years. How are you? Oh, what friendly face. I see you. I'm getting all firmish seeing Art. He's awesome. I did a podcast with Art. He's very good at marketing his books, and he's got a good platform. You should read his books. Nice. Cool. It's good to see you, Art. How are you doing? Haven't talked to you in a long time. So Cindy, tell me what you meant by just those two words, web traffic. Art, you already know everything I know. What are you talking about? Anything else, you guys? Anything? I'm going to say Bueller again, and I already used that joke. It's an overused joke. Nothing? Nothing? 18. See, I'm losing people now because this is boring now. All right. I'm going to go. Last chance to get me one-on-one. Last chance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more questions? I'm looking because I don't know where. Art says, now I. That's all I see is now I. Oh, Cindy now. So they're all out of order. I don't understand. Sorry, that web traffic comment was just correcting spelling error. Oh, on a that's okay. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, could the bribe go on a video on YouTube? Absolutely. And now they have cards. YouTube has cards. It's awesome. They have these things on the side. You have to be approved. I'm approved because I have like wonder if I've gone over 100,000 views now. But they have, for people who've been approved, I'm sure they'll roll it out to everybody. You can put these cards out and they're clickable. And it's great because they work on mobile. So that's fantastic. And you can put them in your link in the description. So that's fantastic. And what you want to do too, if you're approved and the link says an associated website, here's how I get around not being able to put it to like my lead page. You get a plugin called PrettyLink, which is a WordPress plugin. Another reason to get WordPress. So you get this PrettyLink, which is a plugin that allows you to put in an ugly, long, crazy, ugly URL, like one that has like 1 million letters and grossness on it, and then nobody would remember. Like up there on our Google Hangout, it's crazy, like XUYF, blah, blah, blah. And you put it into PrettyLink, and it diverts it. And if my website is katiedavis.com, right? So I told you katiedavis.com/aweber or katiedavis.com/lead pages. That's easy to remember, right? So I can put in to YouTube when I'm doing a link, I can put in katiedavis.com/whatever I want, and it will accept it because katiedavis.com has been approved as an associated website. Whereas if I put in my lead pages affiliate link, it wouldn't accept it because that's not my approved website. There's a good tip for you. That's a really good thing to know. And also, another good reason to have lead pages is because if you go to my YouTube channel and you go up to the upper right-hand corner, you'll see it says, I forget, I just changed it. It might say VIPs or click here. I can't remember. And if you click there, you'll see it pop up. That's because of lead pages. All right. Let's see. I don't have, okay, I threatened you with my, Sunny says her head still may explode. She's getting a basket. Okay, Art, you said now I what? Now I what? Now I'm blushing. Keep up the good work. Aw. You're so cute. You deserve it. You're awesome. We were in what was called a listserv back in the day, before Facebook and all that stuff. So that was pretty funny. We couldn't associate in any other way. Okay, there's 20 people here. Now they're either like making lunch or doing other things, or they went to get their kids and they just left their computer on. But I don't know. There's nobody else asking any questions. So did you get a hold of Maureen, Kelly? Can I delete this? Maureen, is Maureen still here or did she leave? Maureen had some trouble with her payment plan, but if you are still here, Maureen, just get a hold of Kelly at support@katiedavis.com. And I don't see any new. Come on, you guys. If you want more questions, I'm happy to stay. But if you don't put the questions in, I'm going to go. Okay, I'm going to delete these questions, and by the time I delete them, if there's no new questions, I'm going to go. Okay, there's the basket head. There's the two links, and here's Maureen's, and well, it's 90 minutes, so wait, right? Yeah, 90 minutes. See? Can you imagine in the implementation? That's going to be crazy. We're good. Maureen says we're good. Thank you. Thank you. Can't wait to see you in the Facebook group. All right. Okay, so guys, 18 people. The 18 people aren't saying anything. I love you even though you're quiet. Okay. Cindy, coming in under the wire. What is the best way to start for the frugal, starving artist type with 5 kids and 1 puny income? Ha ha. I can add more later as I become more successful. What are the must-have building blocks of the start? Website, email list. Start there. Doesn't cost that much, but you do have to start somewhere, and it's your business. So I know it's hard, but budget for it. I mean, there's always something to squeeze out. I started as a starving artist too. I didn't have 5 kids, but still, if you get a coffee out every day, don't do that. Put that money away. If you have cable, don't have cable. If you have, just think about some things that you can shave off. There's always something, always some kind of expenditure that seems to be taking up some room on, in our budgets that can go. Because I really do think that, I made a huge leap this year, and I'm paying an enormous amount of money for a new business system that is way out of my budget, way. Like, it's insanely expensive for me. And I took a gigantic, scary step to do this because I want to take my business to the next level. And whatever your level is, there's always a big leap of scariness. And I think you have to do that if you want to get to the next level. And I gave up a lot to do that. So, and it's scary. I admit it, but I'm going to do it. So I hope that you can find a way to make things happen for yourself. And take the free training before I take it away on Sunday. But get a website and look online. Go to like Retail Me Not for coupons. They always have good coupons for like GoDaddy or Bluehost. They're good. And so that should help you. And do the MailChimp thing. They're free for up to 2,000. And if you have a hassle later, you have a hassle later. Just one way you can cut the expense right now. Okay, and when you're ready, if you haven't, if I put the free training out again, you can do that if you haven't done it yet. All right, we do not have any more questions, and I am going to go now. And I thank you so much for coming and spending your time. You've been awesome, and I really appreciate it. And I wish you luck with your platform building. Bye.